Hey gang, I am back in Lac du Flambeau on the Indian Reservation here in northern Wisconsin. There was an episode I did 5 days ago, last Thursday, at the cemetery here about the murder of Susan Poupart back in 1990. I'll put a link below if you want to watch that. But I'm back here today because I got a call, I got an email from the Vilas County Sheriff's Department, and I'm quite pleased to say that they are very proactive in, by reaching out to me. I thought that was pretty cool. They seem to be just proactive, as I said. They're on top of this case. They had updates for me. They basically welcomed the help that we're offering. The monetary help may be required. So I'm going to give you some updates from some notes that I have. The guy that I talked to was Cody Remick, Detective Sergeant Cody Remick, and working with his boss, Sheriff Joseph Fath, who's been here for a while. Now, I got to give them a shout out, and I've got to give them kudos because we've gone over these cases before, the cases that no one's really been, it's not been in the public eye, it's not been on the news, it's been just out of sight and maybe forgotten for a long time. It happened in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, with Diane Oakwitz. I think it was almost 4 years ago. We did the report at the cemetery, forgotten, and then magically 2 years later. And again, reaching out to the police departments, no callbacks. But then magically 2 years later or so, action. And then the same with Rosemary Peterson in Rockford, working with her family. Rockford Police Department maybe doesn't want our help, but they got to be quiet too. They can't be blabbing publicly about what they're doing. But the point I'm trying to make here is Vilas County, northern Wisconsin. It's like, hey, we're a team. Let's go. Basically, Cody confirmed everything that we went over was pretty accurate, including the part of the DNA, and that it is all about the science now. There's a lot of new science that can help with the case. So basically, he has reached out and said, let's work together. I'll keep you posted. I think it's fantastic. So where's this thing at? Well, they are trying to get money. They were doing DNA work before. The funds are, the funds are limited. The funds are limited. They do want to go over this latest, the latest advances in science right now. And they want to take advantage of that. But they're looking for a grant right now that they might get. And we're going to probably find out in the next several weeks. But it's much more expensive than $10,000. Okay? A lot more expensive. So we may be chipping into all of this on what I pledged. The evidence that they have is very limited. Susan's body was basically reduced to just some bone fragments. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get a lot of DNA off that. Her body was out there for 6 months, right? So the animals. But there were articles found who did confirm there is possibly some DNA, although Cody said, summer's pretty tough on the DNA, all those months being out there. But the latest science So The two suspects that they identified are the prime suspects, did get confirmation. And also the third person. And they, you know, it could be a circumstantial case here. And it may be. But the DNA, if the DNA could link up, that would just make everything golden. So it sounds like overall getting pretty close on this whole case. And I'm pleased to tell you that I think we're in a position to not only keep you posted and maybe help a little bit, but it's on the move. Let me see if I missed anything else. I did want to make a note that there was a comment left that I pinned, and I'm going to unpin, from somebody who said that they knew somebody that admitted to killing Susan, and it was a tribal police officer, Lac de Flambeau, who carried a rape kit. And I want to just tell everybody that in 1990, the Lac de Flambeau, there was no Lac de Flambeau, there were no tribal police. So really have to discount that comment as maybe hearsay, and just, or maybe somebody, I don't know. So taking that comment out of the pin section, and I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows there were no tribal police back then. What else? Yeah, the DNA, that's about it, guys. The DNA could seal it. If we can get the DNA profile out of that, this is going to go very quickly. There's some big news stations that are coming up here very shortly, so I think getting the word out is just overall helping. So you guys, good job. One of our viewers did call and maybe more than one, the police department here and there and everywhere, and the word got around. So we're helping a little bit, and I will keep you posted, because Sheriff Detective Cody, he's going to keep me posted. We're going to keep in touch. So stay tuned, all right? Great work. See you guys.